Serbia, the current world champions on the right side of your screen in the red jerseys, are going head-to-head with Japan on the left side in the blue. It is the 2025 Women's World Championships, the final day of pool play. One of these two will end up in the top of this pool. Who's it going to be? Great work on the outside. Uzelic, she's going to be important in terms of point scoring for Serbia.
And exactly this type of play, nice and high, quite quick. There's no chance at all. And they're having to get use that space then. So that's a good mismatch. Seki's still not even in the front row yet.
Ishikawa handling the first contact. Yoshino, oh, great cover. Seki sends that back to Wada, who recycles the play. Japan do that so well. Bit of a scramble for Serbia. Backcourt push does not come over, so Japan take another point.
Lack of communication. Uzelac is watching that ball. She doesn't see Mirkovic stood right in front of her wanting to play, and that's a lost opportunity for Serbia. But an early glimpse of exactly why it's very difficult to win points against Japan.
Wada looking really fresh. Ball goes down. Ishikawa looked like she was ready to play it, just very confused herself.
I'm not sure whether it catches the block on the way through, which is why maybe she thinks nothing, and then, yeah, it's caught the block. She has to play it, but that little deflection makes it quite high and very difficult.
20-year-old Hannah Kurtajic. Ball coming back. No, it's not. 3-2 lead for Japan.
It was a good serve, and that was an opportunity not taken by Serbia.
'23-year-old Yoshino Sato puts that ball down the line. And it comes right back at her from Vanja Ivanovic.
It's a good place to go. It just didn't really commit to the swing.
Testing that angle early. Yoshino going hard again. That's better, but it's dug. Kojima is all over it. Free ball coming? No, out of bounds. Those kind of unforced errors are extremely atypical of this Japan side.
I don't see that very much at all.
Vukovic goes straight down the center. Here comes Ishikawa and has no trouble getting off the hands and out.
But she knows that's where she's got to be at her absolute best in this match, because Serbia's block is well disciplined most of the time. It's high, it's across the net. So she's really got to work hard to not get blocked back into court.
Shimomura on the serve. Simple set for Mirkovic. She'll get another chance. Backcourt attack and the block. Do they get a touch? It's called no touch. Blockers of Japan were in a good place.
Well, this is coming in straight and going off at an angle. Which I guess, yeah, that it did do exactly that, which is weird because it didn't touch any hands.
Yeah, there wasn't even an inkling of a challenge by coaches or players. Overpass. Serbia a bit lucky on that one. Here it comes again, back to Ishikawa. She goes strong down the line off hands.
Uzelac was almost in two minds to whether to go after this. It was a very slow movement to the side to get onto it. And watch where she is, 15. It should be one that she should get, really.
Ubedljivo najbolju obranu na svetu imaju 5. Sve 5 napada. Na japanski blok. Svima drugima putuš preko bloka, ali ima sve u 5 napada. Zašto? Pogledajte poene koji gubimo. Dizanje druge lopte, napad, ludilo s ono. Ajde malo.
Just the tiniest little wiggle in the win prediction.
Serbia aren't helping themselves at the moment. They just haven't really got going, have they?
You wonder how much of it might be mental as well. When you lose a player goes down, that is so crucial to your squad, like Boskovic. How you react is, a lot of it's emotional, probably. Great up. Looks like he finds Wada. And Japan are on a roll.
Japan have got speed as well as a little bit of, not so much the power they've got, but that speed that's right through the ball. It's excellent timing. There's very little time then Serbia have got to play defense in. Japan have got a little bit more time. Serbia don't play quite as quick a game of volleyball.
They've got to play their style. Well, try to add a bit of speed there, and that'll work. Alexic, one of those players that does love that speed.
But what they've also got is they can go over. This is a good height as well here. And that's over the top of Ishikawa's block, pretty much. They've got to keep doing that. Get over the top, go deep, don't hit at players in where they're positioned in defense.
So he looks for the backcourt, and Yoshino has a go at it. It's well left by Serbia.
There's good blocking as well from Serbia. They're just getting that middle of court taken away with their block.
Oh, pressure serve. Stays in court. Of course it does. It's Japan, but Ishikawa finds that too difficult from over the shoulder.
I'll tell you what, if she'd got it over the net, she might well have scored a point then. Serbia were not expecting that. They're backing off the net. You've got front court, front row players still moving backwards. That could have caused all sorts of problems.
It's so hard to actually have a hard-driven ball from that angle, for that ball coming over her shoulder, so I understand. She'll get another chance here. Great pickup. Serbia go back to their backcourt. Defense is on for Japan. Ishikawa tries to slice it. Ujelac has to send a free ball, and that's the last thing you want to do to Japan. Ishikawa makes them pay.
Well, I've always been a big advocate in volleyball in that you don't, as the front row players, don't need to be coming off the net until the ball's gone past them. And because that's what always happens. When there's a full-on attack, the block's up, they land, they come off. The defenders are playing behind a formed block. In the same instance, we just had a situation in that play from Japan. There was a free ball coming over. Aries already moved off, and she was getting in the way of one of the passers and creating a little bit of unnecessary confusion. They're having to adjust and come in and play. Whereas if she just stays at the net, that ball comes over, it's a free ball, everyone knows where everyone is, you can come off the net, link in, come back and attack. So often we see it, and especially then when a ball that's a free ball just catches the net, when you backed off as a middle blocker outside blocking, like uh-oh, and it dribbles down the front and you lose a chance to score.
Oh, speaking of dribblers, Wada having to apologize to the coach there.
Because that is a really good touch from Yoshino in that situation when it catches the net like that.
Japan known for getting really good touches almost on the regular. They'll just throw an arm out, a chicken wing here or there, a body sprawled out. They're very much like Thailand in that respect, that it's frustrating as their opponent to try and find that floor.
And watch as well, for those of you that are watching, watch the way Japan play their defense, watch the way that Fukudomi and Kojima play their defense. They will run to the floor. They'll have their platform out. They'll run through to the floor with it and just make sure that that ball goes back to where it needs to go to, and they're chasing the ball down. There's very little slide and roll, one-arm slide roll defense from Japan. More often than not, 95% of the time, it's two-hands defense they play. It's incredible to watch.
Yeah, control is the name of the game. Platform, angles towards the setter.
That is exactly how Japan are going to frustrate Serbia in this match.
Ari looking for Ujelac, targeting the front court attacker. She has to go with one hand. And under the net in the meanwhile.
Couldn't stop herself from following through Ujelac on that tight ball.
The lead regained by Japan, just by 3. Momentum kind of shifting back and forth. Ari again goes for the same spot. Ball is swung back for Serbia, off hands. Quick middle, and it is so good. Shimomura gets it done.
Well, that's the other element that Shimomura brings to Japan, is that ability to go quick in front. or go just slightly quick behind. Either way, so you can get the vision that Kotaji wasn't sure whether to go behind or stay where she was because of that movement of Shimomura.
Good work by Ivanovic to step in and take that first ball. 3 and up. Uzelac to make her attack.
Uzelac and Ivanovic both got to keep doing this. Commit to the ball, get out wide, open up that cross-court angle, and then take on, particularly when it's one-on-one like that. It's excellent play from Serbia to create that opportunity.
Now can they put a couple of points together? That serve way too easy for Japan. Yoshino, Wada on the right side knows exactly where to put it.
Yeah, what are you talking about? It's clearly was Wada. But again, we're both shaking our heads on that serve thinking, oh, this is going to be trouble here. You've got to put more pressure on the net against Japan.
Wada. Wada, one of those players that certainly probably has a little more of a green light to go for it. One of the few topspin servers. Kotigic puts the float on it. And in terms of servers and service pressure, coaches always say there's some players that are allowed to just go for it. Some that need to have a little bit of a safer serve, and I'd say that Kotigic is one of those that needs to have a safer serve.
That's not far away. You're right. Some players, you'll hear the coach say in timeout, green light. And you just know you're going to go back and just give it everything. So most of those jump servers, some of the players with a hybrid serve can either float it or then hit the jump serve. But the jump floats, you really do expect 99% of those to be going in.
Yeah. Serbia back to within 2, and they've got one of their tougher servers on the line. Kukovic, the 26-year-old opposite. Again, some heat on it. Wada comes from the middle of the court.
But she's honestly, you're watching the pass and you're seeing that ball go to the setter. Before you know it, look at it. In comes the pipe attack. It is so quick.
Yeah. Change of personnel. Ayani Kitamato, 21-year-old outside hitter, comes in for the serve. Great ball in for Serbia. Defense is there for Japan. Seki sends it back again to that same zone of the net in backcourt. Simple pickup again. Japan running their offense the way they like to, but that's a great block. Merkovic putting some good hands over.
Well, it's going for the... Yeah, tell you what, that is a really good call. That's off onto the antenna. That's been blocked into the antenna on this side, so that should be out of play. Out of play, off of Serbia before it hits the floor. So it should be Japan's point.
So antenna touch.
Yep.
I thought they had originally called for net touch, as in player touching the net, but I think you're right.
Because the ball landed in, but the good thing is you probably for that match is kind of stood directly behind that and acting as the unofficial lines person.
Yeah, he's got a great view on it.
It's funny how that antenna is given as well. It is the end point. It also acts as it's the area in which the ball has to be played above the net, the space in which the ball has to be played, and it extends infinitely up. So if it goes over it, it's out of play. If it goes outside of it, it's out of play. So it's not an extension of the sideline for anybody wondering, because if the ball hits the sideline, it's in. That hits the antenna, that is now out of play.
Yeah.
But it also acts as the end point for the net as well.
Well, there you go. Great eyes by Akbash. Great explanation by Lucas. And a great swing by Japan. 17-13 lead. Oh, that's disheartening. after that long of a pause.
Disappointing.
Yeah. I'm imagining a world where different actions get you different amount of points in volleyball. Could you imagine?
Oh, yes.
Miss serve, only half a point. Maybe attack down the line counts for more than attack cross, or a tip counts for more.
Or maybe if you miss more than 3 serves, you miss your third serve in a match, you get subbed out. You're gone, and you can't come back in again in the rest of the match.
Yeah, or the second miss serve is 2 points, and the third is 3 points. There's options. We got options, everyone. Look, we're just trying to get creative over here. Volleyball's getting a bit stale.
Well, maybe that's something they'll introduce into this. I know the Prime League was doing little things like when they're introducing jokers and so on to maybe, and I know in certain, some of the beach volleyball, they get to the point where it's set point and then you go back to old school scoring. So you can only win the set if you're winning it from your serve. So you can't win the set from side out.
And for players like this that have played their whole lives, maybe they'd enjoy a little spice in the scoring system. Great rally unfolding. That's what Japan do so well, recycle those difficult spots. Here comes Serbia, looking for the end line. Alexic just calling everybody down.
Gets in the touch off Ishikawa as well. But you said it earlier on, they get the recycles, they get the touches, the chicken wings, everything just to keep the ball in play. But that's perfect, right off the hands.
Alexic played in Novara. She's headed over to play in Turkey. Good reactions, but not enough.
It's just so great to watch. There's not this jump and wait like they've gone too early because of the speed of the ball. It's jump and hit straight away. Look at this.
That's the angle that shows you. It's literally on the shoulder of the middle block. It just pops up right behind her. And some pressure in the serve. It's a 20-15 lead for Japan. Make it 21-15. Very disciplined by the middle blocker.
Irie doing exactly what she's supposed to do. Watching, waiting, pouncing.
And that'll be a timeout by Serbia. 6-point deficit.
Loptu dignemo normalno kogod daje, teško. Napad, smiješan. Kad je dobra lopta, imali smo 2-3 napada, još 4 drugi, sve ostalo ili out ili lagano. A u servisu, ne znam što da vam kažem. Nije problem. Nešto sam se. Ajde oštar blizu mreže. Nemojte balon.
So far for Serbia, their top scorer is Alexic, the middle blocker. We're not seeing a whole lot of offense from anyone else. Ishikawa goes for the end line. That's Serbia off the hook. Year-old Merkovic now at the line. He's looking for Kojima. Oh, clever in the honey pot.
That's placed to perfection.
Irie. Deep corner. It's out of system for Serbia. Oh, but that's a nice arm to avoid the block.
That's exactly what Vukovic is there for. Tidy it all up. Correct the situation. You can see she's got the line to go to. Doesn't go thumb down, still gets through the ball. It's a great shot.
Vukovic was the best outside of the Korean League last season. Should know this sort of Asian style of volleyball a little better maybe than the other players. And she go for it again. Into hands, recycle play. Third time. Still can't put it away. Oh, I love the aggression from Ivanovic.
Yeah, this is the thing, and that's where they've got to stay patient, because this is one of those matches where they could walk off with hardly getting a sweat on, having lost 3-0. And going, what on earth have we done?
Yeah.
And Japan have gone off with battered and bruised and having won the game because they just keep soaking up all the pressure that Serbia are bringing.
Decision-making from Wada. Too much. And I think also all of the choices from Japan seem to be the right one, whether it's when to tip, when to go hard driven, when to just, they're looking really well at what's on the other side.
It's a lot of assessing the situation and making a decision based on not just having a swing and hoping for the best. Challenge coming for a block touch. For Ivanovic, she's got the ball behind her. She can't really see the block. She's having to hit across her body. Oh, yes, but she's caught it. It's a very good swing.
Ivanovic just gets her second point of the match. She's going for the outside hitter, front court. And Wada working that angle again. Now look at the scoreline, 22-20. Serbia has crept into it, so timeout called Japan.
Mostly all the time, long to 5, okay? This movement earlier should be left side, okay? So try to keep in the middle as much as possible. If we can away pass, let's play with middle corridor is the best option. Middle over left, they will commit, left side can be alone, okay? Focus on pass easy, focus on pass easy.
So focus on pass easy. Well, they make every pass look pretty easy, don't they, to be fair?
They certainly do. Well, Serbia have gone on a 5-1 run. I don't know that Ferhat Akbaş is going to get stressed at all, because I spoke to him before the match. He said pressure's off, right? He's not sure if it's better if they finish first or second in this pool, but they've already gone through. So that was the pressure situation they've already avoided. Beautifully done, Ivanovic.
Yes, if they lose this one, Japan, then they'll play the Netherlands. If they win this one, they'll be playing Thailand.
So which is, you know,
I reckon
which is the lesser evil?
Well, I think if it's Japan, they'll probably won't mind playing the Netherlands against Thailand. That'd be a great game for us to watch. Thailand, Japan, that'll be never-ending rallies.
Yep. And frustrating each other. Good block for Japan. Swing is dug. And again, another touch, but Serbia have done it. They have tied us up. Unless this challenge goes through. Japan's looking for a floor touch.
Did it catch the floor, or was it a lovely pancake?
Well, if Serbia keep this point, they've done really well to fight themselves back in it. It was 21-15 just minutes ago.
It was set over.
Felt like it.
Oh, look at that. That's not even a pancake. That's off the handle.
That's an arm cake.
It really is. It's caught the whole. That's incredible.
Couple of changes coming in then. Ayaka Araki, the 23-year-old middle blocker, comes in for Japan. Oh, hang on a sec.
Well, that'd be yellow card. There we go. Yellow card time delay for Ferhat Akbaş. You knew what was going on.
Oh, he's made a illegal substitution.
Yeah, he made a serving sub, didn't he? Brought Kitamoto in to serve for Shimamura in the back row.
Ooh.
Playing games.
We'd rather have a yellow card. And that's why his team enough time to get set up and play a solid swing.
Wada's going to go out, and in comes Iwasawa, who's normally a libero. She's playing as a regular player for this. That's a good swing again. from Wada. Her job is done.
I like this change, bringing a defensive specialist across the backcourt. Don't force Wada to take any unnecessary swings. Pick up from Ishikawa, but it doesn't land. Tied up at 23s.
It's one of those ones where you feel like you're just stuck in the mud running after the ball. You're running in a dream. You can't quite get there. She almost made a magnificent pickup.
Serbia with a chance. Pressure serve on Ishikawa. Speed on the slide behind. Oh, a wild swing from Ivanovic, helped by the net, or hurt, depending on what side you're on.
I just got the feeling she could see where the block was and trying to avoid it instead of taking it on. Yeah, she's gone too wide on the angle.
Japan have set point. Can Yoshino put it away? Whew, not a bad serve, overpass, yes, they can. Shimomura was ready and waiting.
Well, we said this could be a 5-set, but it was, again, as we get ready now for set number 2, Japan serving, leading 1-0. That game against Cameroon, we said at the start, or I certainly said, why on earth is Boskovic starting against Cameroon?
We are underway with the second set. Japan just sneaking that first one out, but you're exactly right. I think a lot of the world of volleyball had questions as to why Boskovic was in that match, and this is exactly why, because now they put her in a situation where they might not have her for the round of 16 or the quarters.
When you've got that much of a difference in the world ranking, and the Netherlands did this, they put out their second 6 and got the job done over Egypt, I believe it was, and just played, and that's right. And okay, it was a good game, but it was one that Netherlands were always going to win, and using your squad exactly as you should, because it's World Championships.
Well, luckily for Serbia, they're already guaranteed to make it into the round of 16.
Just what cost, isn't it, whether they're going to get past that stage.
Two points on the board for Serbia. Pressure serve, and Wada goes for it down the line. Oh, nice pickup. Jejic just sitting in it. Oh, Kojima is asking her team to run after it, but I don't think that was up.
Well, if that hasn't hit the floor, that's one of the pancakes of the tournament.
A little claw. That angle's tough to tell.
No, I don't think it's deep, because it's gone past her. I think this is foul. We're not going to see. Never mind.
The world will never know. Serbia fighting for the point. Wada handles the first contact, gets it back, and she's loving that line shot now.
Well, she's really making it difficult for Ivanovic to know how to set up against her. So Wada Ivanovic's cue, she's watching the set, but there's no way she's picked up Wada's movement at all. And Wada needs to pick up Wada's movement first. She's not going to be helping out in the middle. The middle of anything's going to come just slightly inside, so she can step in on that, but get set up on where Wada's starting position is, and then pick up the ball.
Serbia out of system. High ball coming from way off the net. That's a tough swing.
For those of you that are watching and maybe wondering what out of system means, essentially when all your attacking options are available, you're in system. You've got everyone to choose. The second you've got somebody who's not available, then you're out of system. And that's what serving's all about. Yeah. Japan is serving here to try and get Serbia out of system, to stop them being able to use all of their attacking options. And the moment you've got less than 3 attackers, then the chances are you can put 2 blockers against them, maybe even 3. So it starts to help your defense. But the minute a team is in system and they've got a back row opportunity, you can have 4 against 3 or even 3 against 3, really difficult to stop.
And you're basically just looking at the setter. Where does she have to take that ball? Is she stepping off the net, or is she right where she wants to be? Japan were perfectly in system there on that first ball.
And that's it. And with and being in system as well, if you to make it work, everyone's got to move off of the ball. So take your eye off the ball every now and again off of the pass and watch the players' movement who are attacking, and then you'll understand why that was a one-on-one or even maybe a free net.
Couple of steps from Mirkovic. And a heavy arm on her right side.
That's well taken. She gets a lot of width on that for a ball she takes quite far in front of her, actually, Mirkovic, and sends it behind really well.
Whoa, a serve! Serbia take a sneaky point.
Well, Kojima's just edging to her left and then gets caught out, leaving too much space to her right.
Can Bukalic get another one? That one didn't look comfortable. So the 33-year-old Shimamura. There's Alexic again. Good reactions by Mirkovic in the middle. Backcourt is denied.
Well, and it was denied because the movement from Maya Alexic to say, oh, I'm going to go and have a swing behind it was non-existent. So Iri's like, well, you're not a threat here. I'm not even watching you. This is all happening in front. 14's movement was never taking Irie away from where she wanted to stay.
Perfect contact on the first touch. And there you go. Japan are tight. Ishikawa knows how to handle that ball, though. And she recycles it so she gets a better opportunity the second time.
At this level of volleyball, at international level, at professional level, your setters will want to put the ball to the net because they want the blockers to be able to play, the attackers to play with the block. At junior level, at beginner level, you want to keep the ball off the net because players don't have the technical ability to deal with a ball that's close to the net and can end up going under it or into it.
It's such a balance, though, isn't it? Because if it's too tight, the blockers have the advantage. If it's too far off, the blockers, there's sort of that sweet spot right there in the middle.
It is, but the blockers cannot touch that ball until the attacker does, and that's why Japan is so good at that. They'll put it right on that net and then say, come on then, thank you, and play it off those hands.
Irie covers herself.
So that's where Ishikawa's not comfortable with the ball that far off the net. She's had to lean back. She can get a swing. She can take the block on. And Serbia take full advantage.
I feel like Japan were a little let off the hook there. That was not their best option.
Was that net touch by Serbia?
That went straight in the net.
Cool. There you have it. Sorry.
Just swinging into the net. Well, Serbia still with a slight advantage by 1 point. Mirkovic, no spin on it. And it's an ace because of it.
Very good serve. That had a little bit of movement. It's a flat serve. You don't really know where it's going to drop. Ishikawa was unbalanced trying to play that.
Mirkovic, one of the Olympic bronze medalists from 2021. Oh, and a block as well. Serbia starting to take shape.
It was off the back of the swing from Uzelac, going over the top of Wada, backed it up with a serve, now a block. Great play from Serbia.
Timeout for Japan.
In the beginning, you see that there is no block, but then she rises so high because she's tall, right? Arm swing quicker, the same style arm swing quicker. Then a high option, middle option, always on, okay? Even if we don't score, we need to play as much as possible. Okay? Just good game. Serve, press, pay attention, okay? Uzelac score more than usual.
It's that age-old problem for outside hitters is when they go up to see the ball and they have a peripheral view of what's in front of them, they can see the wing blocker, but there appears to be no inside blocker, no middle blocker. But then by the time they actually swing on the ball, the middle blocker's arriving, and that's what Ferhat was saying to his players, saying to Wada and Yoshino, they'll arrive late, they're tall, they'll get into that space, so be aware of it.
Good touch by the Japanese block. Wada. Oh, good defense. That's a tough ball to swing at. So tight. She couldn't even get an attack on it.
I didn't realize there was a Magnum looking-like convention going on.
Yeah.
There we go. Actually, one of the Bolt 6 lads as well would do well at that.
Which one?
I'm going to say it, but Jared, yes. But Jared, yeah.
We'll let him know afterwards what's going on, and he should
He's made it on
get in there.
Got a mention on telly.
(12-9) lead. Can Serbia hold on to it? Seki has to bump set to the outside. Great pickup. And again, defense working for Japan. Oh, scramble play. This should be Japan's point. And it is Wada capitalizing off a late form block.
Jedic's defending has been superb. She's put herself in the right place 2 occasions, kept the ball in play, but once again, Ivanovic is not sure where to set up on the wing block, and it's causing problems. As soon as she goes a bit too wide, the ball's coming back inside. As soon as she stays inside, it's going down the line.
Yeah, she's on a string right now, and I think that's credit to Wada as well, because we saw her go hammering in that cross court early on, so they put that block in. Now she's working on the line, so it's all about adapting mid-match. This fella's adapting to a nice bottle of milk. 13-10 lead. Great over-the-shoulder swing.
How is that not 4 touches?
Good question.
Great block. Well, it looked like it pinballed off the 2 blockers who were below the height of the net, then was played up and played over, but clearly that wasn't the case, because the referee didn't call it, and that is a wonderful block.
Who plays out in Milano, Italy. Was the best middle of Champions League in 2025. I feel like we haven't seen the best of her this tournament yet.
She's playing a long game.
Yeah, better to be good at the end than the beginning, I guess. Yoshino, heavy arm. Serbia don't seem to be quite as good at that recycle game.
No, because Ivanovic has played it into the block, but where she plays this, there's no one behind her to get it. She wants to play that on and in so it comes back so it can be played up in the middle of court.
Time out, Serbia.
Ni jednu loptu dignutu iz dubine. Nismo mogli da opucamo na nešto normalno. Ni jednu. Potpuno je sve šta je problem? Znam ja šta je problem, ali vi nećete da...
Ajde, ljudi,
I mentioned Bukalic doing well, top scorer. She's also made her ABS, first player to do so, with 5 attacks, 2 blocks and 1 ace serve.
You got to explain what the ABS is.
It's how we define volleyball. It's attacks, blocks, and serves. It's attack points, block points, serve points. And it's not easy to achieve all 3.
Yeah, you were saying that the block is the hardest part to get.
I might take that back to serve. Yeah, I'll take it back.
Because I feel like
take it back
maybe a couple of players will get an ace serve.
Yes, because if you're a tactical server or you're serving to put the ball in space, oh, that's, there we go, one happy coach at the moment. Well, that's a massive foot fault. Am I seeing things now? Besides,
you've seen a lot of things today that I haven't seen.
Maybe she just kept it behind the serving line, but completely caught out Kojima.
She'll take the ace, will take the service point, make it easier to get her ABS, but Shimomura makes it easy for Japan to take that point.
There's hardly any room to get that ball in between that gap. So well done.
Yeah, the only other player that has an ace serve is Mirkovic at the moment. On track for an ABS, perhaps. To the backcourt. Doug, middle blocker, defense. And middle blocker blocking as well. Alexic patrolling the net.
Their discipline is really good here, Serbia. They're not chasing the ball. They're not getting frustrated. That is wonderful blocking. Up and across, set really nicely as well by Mirkovic on the outside.
Japan is off the net. Wada has to find a way through, and she does. Mirkovic trying to make something well picked up. Ishikawa is everywhere in defense. Uzulic has to go again, and Kojima says that's not going down. Finally, Japan come out on the top of that point.
Japan being Japan. There was one criticism in that rally would be that the tip from Uzulic was too deep. And maybe if it was just in behind the block, had it more of a scramble, wouldn't have given Japan the opportunity to have the attack they did in the end.
Japan are sneaking back in it.
Got to stay disciplined. Well, that's a good swing, mind. It's not much wrong with it.
26-year-old Seki, strong serve. And another ball, just missing the court.
Well, it's looking quite comfortable. Not anymore. 1 point in it. Serbia call timeout.
Znam, pokušala si prvo dugo nalupatovati, ali ima na prošlu. Sad opet pokušala dugo nalupa se stavila u 5. Imaš srednjaka, visokog, imaš oni korektora metari. Znači svaka udarena u momentu svojeg gol.
I'm just hearing a lot of Haida in the timeout. It's the only word I know. Just means let's go. Serbia trying to go, that's it. Well, Serbia had a 4-point lead just moments ago. Now down to 1. Uzulic with another tip. Wada goes for the cross, and again, she's switching up. Now she's really targeting that cross court again.
And it's such a fast arm, and because of her body position, that's one where she could have tried to squeeze that between block and antenna, but no, she's still got the range to be able to come right around that, whip it on a really good angle. And it's the speed that's just too difficult for Serbia to handle. So they've made a change now. Zangovic is coming.
25-year-old outside hitter who we will see in Vakifbank next season. One of the best teams in the world. Let's see if it helps Serbia here. She takes the first contact. And Alexic hammers it cross.
That's a really good pass, just coming off the bench like that. 1.5 sets in. Putting it on the money and allowing Serbia to run their slide behind.
And they've got to keep running Alexic. She's been phenomenal. Seki flings it back. Wada. There's a touch, but it's not enough.
Ivanovic in the right place, but just couldn't get the right angle with her body position to have that ball go straight up in the air.
Tied up at 18s. 25-year-old Ishikawa. Two-time Olympian. Looks for the court. It's not there to be had.
hope all of you at home are doing the same thing.
What's that?
Clap your hands.
Ooh. We'll be clapping if they're a fan of Japan, because that was precise from Wada.
It's a disguise on it as well, isn't it? That when you watch, you think this could be a swing coming here. Everything in that says swing. There's really no tell as to that's going to be a roll shot.
Yeah, and that's what the best attackers in the world do. They really cause fits for the blockers and the defense, because how do you play around that? Do you come in short? The sub is reversed. Engovic back on the bench. And Uzelic gets a good point for Serbia.
Looks like we're heading into another close finish here, doesn't it, in this set?
He serves 19. Japan let off the hook.
And it's not surprising. We had a, what was it, 21-15 and a comeback, and ended up taking it 23-25, and a big gap here that has disappeared because the ball gets into rally more in women's volleyball than it does in men's. There's more opportunity for the team that's serving to get break points, as opposed to the side out, the team receiving just going up and going, no, done. Thank you very much, side out, side out, side out. So swings in points are quite common in women's volleyball for that reason. You can have a 4-point lead, suddenly you can get a 6-point on the other side and be 2 down. So this is really good. Now we've got to this situation at the moment where both teams are siding out really well, and we've got this 1-point difference.
Yeah, Milivojevic brought in for the serve. She'll have to step in to set as well. Great hustle.
I think that was an error from Seki to try and find the middle from that position, which has allowed Serbia to get the break point.
They'll take the timeout as well, 2-point lead.
Make sure that we can go even C quickly. Okay? With Johnson, we can go even C quick. Okay. If not, we go for double switch. And we can go B quick.
Well, Serbia have done well to fight into this set after the way that we saw the last one end.
Well, they know that this is always going to be a tough game and a close game.
Yeah. The difference is just 2. Oh, that's an uncomfortable serve. Followed by a solid block. And Yoshino has to recycle again. She has another chance here. And that is what makes Japan so frustrating. They will come at you again.
But equally, their defense around the attack is really well disciplined. There's no one, everyone's not flooding into the 3-meter line. It's staggered, like the layers of an onion in where they play their Ds. There's always someone covering at one point behind that, 1 point behind that. So there's always a good chance someone's going to make a touch.
Yeah, you do that sort of half-moon coverage. The rays of the sun as well. That's how it was described to me, a sun ray. So you got the first layer that's the sun, and then you've got the rays that kind of go in between a little bit further out. But either way, just coverage in general on Japan's side. They don't let anything fall. Ooh, Kojima. No touch, no call, point Serbia.
Well, they're going to challenge for this, but if it doesn't work out, it's set point for Serbia.
The challenge is for touch at the block. And it's tough to tell in real time, but I didn't see any. It wasn't the players asking for the challenge, was it? It was just Ferhat Akbaş calling it immediately.
Oh, she had her hand up, and but it's no. She was looking at the players of Serbia. They're not even going to look back at her. They're not giving away anything.
Ishikawa played out in Novara in Italy this season. She won the CED Cup as well. Plenty of experience going off the hands. Yeah, she and Alexic were teammates in Novara. They should know each other well.
That's what makes volleyball so much fun, isn't it? You've got great rivalries on the court, but great friendships off of it. It's your teammates you're then playing against at national team level, but equally at club level. You play for one team one season, you might be then playing with that team the following season. Is that caught? That's caught the block! Wow! Look at that! Just caught it! What a great challenge, because it's still now very much set on. And look at that, I don't even think Ishikawa really believed there was a touch with that reaction.
Oh, there you go. Japan right back in it, and a substitution as Chikasa Nakagawa comes in, this 25-year-old setter, and it's a double sub. So she's joined by Miku Akimoto, the 19-year-old who we've seen quite a bit of recently.
A bit of extra height to the net here for Japan.
Alexic goes after Ishikawa. Oh, that's a beautiful swing, kept in play, might have been out. Second time of asking Akimoto, how's that for a pressure moment?
We've been watching Akimoto play in the last couple of matches, and I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought, oh no, okay, what are we going to get? But those were two incredibly good swings in a critical moment.
Yeah, she had only 5 points against Ukraine, 8 against Cameroon. But it doesn't matter how many you get, it's when you get them. And there's another crucially timed point for Serbia.
Vanja Ivanovic, such a great player. Just talking of, I mean, she's only 20 years of age. How much better is she going to be as she grows as a volleyball player?
Set, point, dissipated.
Well, no surprise, we're going beyond 25.
And that substitution reversed immediately as Seki comes into the backcourt to serve, and Wada brought back in the front. Both teams have used up all their timeouts. Oh, short serve. Oh, the latch, okay.
She's got really good hops. She takes this nice and high, gets up, reaches it so she can get over the top of Wada. And every time she's done that, she's been successful.
6 points so far on the match. Kruzlach. Another set point for Serbia. Seki has to fight to keep it in play, and Ishikawa fights to find the corner.
The set was just world class, tight to the net. Getting enough on that so that Ishikawa can find an angle and then to put it right into the corner at 5. That was impressive.
Can Japan get their first set point? Heavy serve. Kruzlach finds the spot again. She's done really well to work that back third of the court.
Done what she's out wide. She's come right in and drifted past the block. Very good swing.
Another set point opportunity for Serbia. Oh, it's a great touch, but it's not coming back. How about Japan using Eri? She's been quiet all match long, and they go to her on set point.
But look at, I mean, that jump was light and airy, wasn't it? Look at her. Up she goes and then thumps it. Furhat loved it. It was a great play.
And Kurtic barely even paying attention to her. That's the time to go to your middle. Absolutely. Oh, middle's defense. Can Japan convert? Not yet. Defense good from Serbia. Short one doesn't fall. Okay, Ishikawa becomes the setter. Serbia try to put it away. No touch at the net calls Japan. They continue the play, and it doesn't matter. Off the block and out of bounds. How about that turn of events?
Rally of the match. But what was really good from Serbia's point of view was the tip that Uzelac made that time was one that had Japan scrambling, so they were in a difficult position to give the ball back. So Serbia then did get another chance, but couldn't take it. What a play, though, from Japan. What a play. And they've turned it round in their favour.
And now there's a substitution as Bojana Milenkovic comes in, but it's set point for Japan. Milenkovic takes the first ball. It's perfect. Uzelac goes off the hands, and that was a high-pressure moment.
Another good swing from her, though, taking the ball, going to it, taking it at that high point, and then working Wada's hand. Lovely play. 296, that's a good swing. The net height's 224. Oh, 4 centimetres above the height of the net, that swing.
Wada. She'll go again. And the block is good. Hermitage.
Both these teams are right in the zone now, aren't they? Just going backwards and forwards. Wada with the swing that she doesn't make is one where it's still a little behind her, so she can't quite get where she wants to.
Third set point for Serbia. Not yet. Great cover. Japan go again, and off the hands and out of bounds. How many times in a row they've used that shot?
That time there was visible frustration from Bukalic here. But she's been spooled.
Ferhat Akbaş is having fun this match. He's been smiling more than I think I've seen him smile all summer.
I think any coach would be smiling at the coach in Japan with what they're seeing. Oh, I say, that's an ace serve. Back it goes to Japan.
What a time to get an ace serve for Wada. Elite. Now the substitution reverse. Back in comes Ivanovic. But it's the second set point opportunity for Japan. Ooh. Serbia have to fight to stay in this. It's a tip. Set is good. Wada goes cross, and she will take it on the end line. Japan fight off 3 set points, and it takes 2 of their own to finally scrap out this second set to go up 2-0 over the current world champions. This is huge for Japan. Have a look at this final point. When you saw that little tip go over, and you know how good Japan are at handling those kind of shots, and Wada, who's been going cross, then line, then cross, then line, and just giving absolute fits to the defense on the other side, it's fitting that she would get that final wall. Well, we had to go into massive overtime to get it. But finally, Serbia get it done. Here's a look at some of the stats. Serbia had 4 blocks to 2, 3 aces to 1, and gave up just a couple too many unforced errors. 11's just, it feels like a lot. And Japan are even giving up more errors than we're used to seeing from them. But you just can't help but think if Serbia had cut down those errors ever so slightly, they could have closed it out a little earlier. But instead, it's Japan who take the set, and they're 2-0 up. 2-0 lead then for Japan here in the final day of pool play in Bangkok. Both these two teams are headed into the round of 16 already. The question mark is who ends up in the top of the pool, who ends up in the second position, because that will dictate who they play. Here's a look at it. Serbia's attack zone so far. They've been using the middle a fair bit, but that outside zone, more than half of the balls are going there. And for Japan, only 9% through the middle. They're really working those pins, and a lot of that Ishikawa on the outside and Wada on the right side. Let's see what Ferhat Akbaş has to say with Clayton courtside.
Thanks for that, Key. Ferhat, how much are you enjoying this game?
A lot, because our injured players are finding rhythm. Wada and Yoshino. Now it's kind of our first game for us, really playing good. They are a little bit not great on the serve line, so we try to find the rhythm also that part. But I'm satisfied today's match because Serbia is very high at the block especially, so we try to rise our attack percent, so we will try our best.
Well, given the fact that it's been two very close sets, the first two, what are you looking for from your team now to try and get over the line?
So actually, yes, it's a very close game, but honestly, the score is not that important. So we try to see what is going to happen for the next round. So it's a great opportunity for us to play against Serbia. So we just try to enjoy the opportunity here.
Good man, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Certainly an opportunity to enjoy the volleyball. Feels like Japan's probably enjoying it slightly more than Serbia at present. And their coach now ready to chat with Clayton.
Hey, Coach, thank you for coming to have a chat. What's been the message to the team that you want them to do in order to try and get back into this game?
We need to calm down a little bit because we did a lot of mistakes, especially from service line and in attack. A little bit better percentage of Japanese team on attack in transition. This is I think the key of the success of Japanese team. So we just need to calm down and to keep to our game plan, and everything will be okay.
So keep calm and carry on.
Keep calm, carry on, push from the service line.
Good man, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
We should put that on a t-shirt. Keep calm. The teams have switched sides. So let's see if that's lucky for Serbia. Set number 3 underway. Serbia, the current world champions, on the left side. They haven't yet won a set here over Japan, the world ranked number 4. First point goes Serbia's way, but as a reminder, these two met in the VNL in June of this year, where Japan did win 3-0, and Wada was a big part of that. She had 17 points there and on track to do something similar again. Solid serve, and the ball does go to Wada. It's scooped up. Cross-court swing is good. Uzelic trying to have something there, the 21-year-old who plays out in Turkey. Gets a nice slice on it. Starts with a super pickup from Jejic as well, the 30-year-old libero. She's been scooping up a couple of things already. That's clinical from Wada. Well, Clayton, you haven't missed much yet. Just a couple of points on board.
I'm back.
He's back, everyone. Don't worry. Keep calm.
Carry on.
So far, Japan carrying on. Ishikawa into the block and no recycle. She's in that awkward spot on the right side. It's not her comfort zone.
He's trying to slow that down as she was coming into the attack nice and quickly. But then, just instead of continuing that attack, slowed it down, and that gave time then for the block to do what it wanted.
Serbia start this third set with a 3-1 lead. Yoshino, who finds her place on court. What a slice.
Ivanovic was kind of still moving as she was trying to play this one. Watch number 40 took an extra step and wasn't able then to play defense.
Oh, heavy arm from Wada. Something similar in the outside for Serbia as well.
What's really great to watch about Wada and Yoshino is the way that everything they're traveling into and attacking the ball really quickly, but it's nice and smooth and in rhythm. There's not a discernible wait and then an attack.
Yeah, same thing in that set over as well. The ball is kind of like an extension of the player.
This looks like it's going to go in front. That movement, and it's really difficult to do and disguise it that well.
Serbia have a go. What a scoop. Wada's just sitting in the right spot. Defense good, recycled play. Now a chance for Serbia. Backcourt attack. We haven't seen a lot of that from Serbia at all today.
Well, I was just watching Ferhat Akbaş during the course of that rally. He is absolutely loving this, and he's already said in the interview when he spoke to me, didn't he, that he doesn't care about the result of this game at all. He's just using this as a way to see where his players are at and get them ready for the next round. So he's enjoying all of it.
Yeah, good position to be in. Like the stress will just get higher and higher as the tournament continues. So use this one as just a calm day at the office.
Yeah, it's like a scrimmage match for him, but he knows it won't. The most sets he's going to get is 5. Because he's 2-0 up now, but he won't go any more than that, like he can do in some scrimmage matches.
Ooh. That was not as far as it looked like it was going to be when it left her hand.
Very good decision to let it go. Oof, not far away at all.
Seki distributes back to Wada. Defense is looking good for Serbia, and off the hands and out.
Aleksandra Jeglic has been sensational for Serbia in this match with her defending.
Jeglic headed to play in Columbus Fury in the USA next season. I'm loving that a lot of these international players are taking a gamble, taking a risk to play in the US.
That's great. It's all the volleyball leagues going on in the United States, an opportunity to showcase volleyball with all of the players coming out of the NCAA and all of the international talent going to play. Hopefully it will bode really well for the future of professional volleyball in the States.
Yeah, Manami Kojima, the other libero on the other side, also plays out in LOVB and Athletes Unlimited. Serbia up 8-5 here in the third set. Ishikawa rolls it over. The overload in the front doesn't work. So Ishikawa again. Oh, yes, middle's defense. Chance for Japan. It's Wada again. She always has the advantage in those uncomfortable tight sets, it feels like.
Because she is in control of the ball and she doesn't let the ball control her. So she's just waiting for that, and she's waiting for the block to present itself to become her best friend and then use it.
Yeah, she and Ishikawa both making friends with the block. Serbians maybe don't want to be friends, but they'll have to oblige.
This is the advantage that Serbia needs to exploit more with the ball that goes to the wings. This set, that's over the top and down the line, that's undefendable.
A 9-6 lead. Here's Yoshino. Covers herself. Wada into the recycle the hands, exactly what we just talked about. That wasn't the position to swing, but she does something smart. Zilic. That's a free ball opportunity. Kojima puts it up. And again, Japan working off the block.
Show me those hands. Come on, show me those hands.
Yeah.
No, we don't want to. You will, you do. Oh, we have. Thank you, blockade. Oh, look at that. Vukovic looking back at Ishikawa like, can't believe you've done that again.
Serbia just continue hitting harder and harder. Another recycle for Japan, and it's good.
There's something really interesting to note and to watch as this game goes on, at the way that Japan recycle the ball when the attacker hits it in the block and it comes back to them. They don't swing their arms up in the air. They keep their body position and they turn. And they kind of turn back into court. The ball comes back towards players who are in the court.
Perfect handling by Ishikawa, and she gets rewarded by her setter. Oh, it's gone a little long.
Couldn't find an angle to get it into court. Didn't get the topspin she wanted. Didn't catch any hands on the way through.
Forcing the speed, maybe just a hair too much on it. Still a 10-8 lead for Serbia. Comes Wada. Seki feeds up Ishikawa again, and it's dug. Well, that's perfectly placed by Ivanovic.
You can see why Ivanovic and Uzelac are the go-to outside hitters for Serbia. These two youngsters are playing so well. That is wonderful. Jump, lean to create the space, keep the shoulder position and go down the line.
Ivanovic, only 20 years old, but was the MVP of the Serbian League last year. And granted, the Serbian League may not be at the same level as something like Italy, Turkey, but to be the best in any league, that really says something.
Yes, we got a glimpse of her in the previous year's VNL, and it was obvious then that she was going to be a serious player for the team.
Pertigic, another one of the players who kind of showed what she could do at the VNL, and then we saw her go play in Italy, and now she's established herself as one of the better middles in the world. Pertigic was the best blocker of the Club World Champs this season. Again, we haven't seen the best of her blocking yet. Tries to get a defense going there, doesn't work.
Zoran Terzic catching this one. Sorry, he's got abs of steel. He's fine.
Catching it, deflecting it. Japan have given up way more errors than we're used to seeing from them. That's the 13th service error.
I think they're just playing with this, just the high risk factor in order to just kind of hone and groove what they want to do. They're going to be here for the round of 16, so really getting used to this environment, used to this setting.
Yeah, that's a slight advantage for sure, that the players that are in these two pools, Pool A and Pool H, don't, on their rest day, it's not a travel day like it is for some of the other teams.
Yeah, and it's going to be home court advantage when they go to play as well, isn't it?
Shimomura with a short serve. Uzelac comes flying in. 14-11 now for Serbia. Flat serve. Seki looks for Ishikawa. Is the line there? Yes, it is. She'll take it.
Finding solutions. Don't have to hit the ball hard every time. Just give that a lovely thumb up, cut across the ball, down to one, nobody there.
Just another day at the office for Ishikawa. Oh, clever from Alexic. Almost came back at her, but I love that she's looking through the net for that.
So few clean winners from Serbia because of the way Japan play their volleyball. And they just don't give up on anything.
Serbia need to hold on to this lead. 3 points. Can Japan close it up? With a defense, that'll help. Ishikawa. And again, finds that same shot with a little more speed this time.
It's come off the head of Kutajic playing, not Kutajic, sorry, off of Bukalic. Gone behind, and Bukalic had no clue what was going on then.
Yeah, she was really in short for that roll shot, but the line was open, so it doesn't really compute to me. Back to within 2. Ishikawa goes down the middle. Zerac. Yeah, no touch, that's gone, but Uzelac is being aggressive every time she contacts the ball. I do like that.
Yep, it's really important she does that. Really she needs to make sure she finishes that hit.
Japan just down by 1. Uzelac tight at the net. Oh, there it is. Japan keep it in play. Over the top with a block goes Kurtagic.
Great decision making from Merkovic to find the middle. Felix Kozlowski watching on, thinking, which one of these two am I going to be playing against?
Free ball for Japan. Wada. Elite swing by Wada.
She opens up the hip, and it really, you watch her hip movement and how that progresses through to the hand finishing through the ball. And very different when you look at Uzelac, her hand's already up high, and then she fires the hip, but the contact is not a big arm movement. It's quite high with her hand position out. She keeps it, but there's a good elasticity because she gets that hand at the elbows really high and comes through, gets over the top of the block.
Follows it up with a short serve. Run down by Djedzic. Pressure off the block. Here comes Yoshino. Defense again by Serbian. The Serbian blockers.
Well, it's Kutajic. I didn't touch the block. Yeah, we know it wasn't. I wasn't pointing at you. Pointing at Bukalic.
Oh, yeah. That's a clean touch. Substitution on Japan's side. In come Nakagawa in the set. And Akimoto again. Saw them in the last set, that double sub. There it is again. That's Kurtagic's only her 5th attack, but 4 points from that. I don't know why Serbia aren't running her more.
A lot of it's got to be to do with the ball in that's coming and the confidence that maybe Merkovic has that she's there to find the middle, that she can see that there's a gap, but with what she's seeing in her peripheral vision of where the block's set up for Japan, maybe she's just forgetting to go to middle.
Never forget your middle. Milivic in for the serve for Serbia. Good block, good cover. And it still stays up. Not for long, though. Serbia getting stronger at the net.
That's going to be painful. It's come right back and hit Yoshino Sato in the face.
Ooh. Boink. That was a little boop. Well, we've got a timeout then. A little chance for her to rest it. 19-16 lead for Serbia.
So on the third line is the moment to give pressure, not to give easy ball. Then we give up already, be quick. Now they start to play much more, right?
Still wanting that serving pressure. He wants the risk to be taken by Japan. And he's saying that's so the reason they ran the middle the way they did, the be quick shoot ball, was because the serving pressure wasn't there on that occasion.
Yeah, I'm having a look at Serbia's serve reception, and they're receiving at about 50% in this set positive, so that's why they're able to run that. But again, Japan are the reason. The tougher you serve, the harder it is to pass well.
Excellent. I think Miku Akimoto feels a lot more comfortable in this role with the team, of coming in knowing that she's not the player, as in terms of when she started the match, and there's more responsibility on her. She's really enjoyed what she's done and showed it with another good swing. So Yoshino coming out, as she did in the last set, to be replaced by Iwasawa across the back row.
And down by 2 points. What a pickup. And a whip of an arm by Akimoto.
Well, it kind of just sums it up and sums up Japan defense. Kojima, a puddle of water here. And this is hit so hard, and all of that energy is just soaked up by Kojima.
Another timeout for Serbia.
Super napad, idemo dalje. Ajde da probamo da produžimo pojas. Kad nas ulote prvi. Samo da ga produžimo.
Ajde!
Japan back to within 1. This set looked as if it was Serbia's set to win, didn't it?
Yes. Yes, it did.
Well, good. I'm glad we're in agreement on that. But I mean, this is just what Japan do. They keep any team they play against on your toes. You cannot check out of a match when you're playing against them.
No, you cannot think with a big lead you're done and dusted. You've got to stay focused the whole time.
Oh, Serbia bringing some heat. That ball goes back outside. Shikawa underneath it. What a rundown. Free ball for Alexic. Does she get it back? Yes, she does. Doesn't matter. The defense is working overtime. Finally, the block pays off. Alexic, huge in that rally.
It is just haiku come to life, isn't it? This is anime. But in real life, one dig, one incredible touch from one side of the court to the other. And Akimoto going a little too steep on the angle. Fabulous volleyball.
Ooh, help from the net. Shikawa can't find it.
That looked like a bit of a freshie almost, in terms of that slice was so fine. Too fine.
Yeah, not even needing to, because there's no secondary blocker there. It's a bit more space than usual. 3-point lead Serbia. Second timeout call for Japan.
After that 4C quick, they already committed jumping Johnson, left side was free. This corridor is very weak to defense. You can attack this way, okay? They are not so good at defense. Difficult moment tip here is very fine. Okay, let's go.
Well, Serbia look to have gotten themselves back out of that hot water. Now another 3-point lead for them, but Japan can cut that down so quickly.
Well, that's a massive foot fault.
Not even a foot fault. I mean, that.
Yeah. That wasn't even close, was it?
Not even in the same hemisphere. Serbia looking to get something. They do off the block.
This is where Serbia now really need to keep their cool. Serving pressure. And then off the back of that, make sure their side-out game functions.
Zengubic checking back in. She played only, I think, 1 point in the last set just for reception. Comes in for serve this time. It's a 3-point lead for Serbia, getting down the stretch here.
They're going to challenge this. Ishikawa's convinced it's off the hands. That's all she was looking for.
Yeah, keep in mind Japan have used up both their timeouts. So any time to slow down the play has to come through a challenge.
It's worth noting as well, just looking at the Serbian team, 185, 195, 188, 188, 191, 183. So it's a very tall team when you compare that to Japan of 182, 174, 171, 174, 182, 177. So that height advantage that Serbia have, when they've made it work, it's worked really, really well. But this is what Japan face against most teams they're playing against, is they know they're going to be up against a well-formed high block. They know they're going to be defending against a high attack. And they know how to play against it.
Yeah, not necessarily well-formed, because that's exactly what they do, right? With that speed, they're trying to disassemble a tall block. So
oh, yes.
Even if you're tall, if you can't close to your outside hitter and you're kind of scrambling and reaching, that's when Japan will take advantage of you.
That's right. The lateral movement, the taller you get, it's a little bit more difficult to move laterally quickly. I think some of the best middle blockers are those that can really fire the leg to get them to go. Yes, that's off the block and get out there. Some will only even take maybe one step and then go with the leg that hits the floor step and then be going in to make the block, because they need that speed to get wide.
Point goes Japan's way, and they have slivered down the lead of Serbia to just 2 points. That's a verb, right? To sliver.
Yes, there's a sliver between them.
No, they slivered it. Yes! Ishikawa slivers on the outside, too. You're making it a word. That's the power of being a commentator. You can just make up words.
Oh,
we are Shakespeare, right?
I always do it. I'm always combining words, which is even worse.
Ivanovic back in for Serbia. We are down to 1. What a rip. High ball. Ishikawa. Oh, on a knife's edge. Into the hands. This ball's going back to the same zone. Now it's a soft tip. Ishikawa. Recycle play again. Kojima is everywhere. Eri with a chance, and she perfectly places it. No defense in sight.
There was a moment then when I thought, she's not going to hit that. She's going to volley it, they're going to go again. And then I think she thought that, and she thought, no, I'm not doing that. That could have stayed there for ages, look. Could have stayed there forever.
Could have had a coffee in the time it took to come down.
Unbelievable volleyball. And the second that Japan knew there wasn't a swing coming through, they all got off the net, and then it was advantage Japan.
5th substitution used to bring in Milenkovic. Right? Milenkovic, excuse me. 22 points apiece. Well picked up. Serbia go again. Uzelic can't find the floor. Ishikawa. I see frustration on the Serbian block.
Yeah, she got it off of Merkovic, I think.
She looked extremely frustrated.
Well, then they've challenged it. They're saying no touch, Serbia. So maybe she didn't get it then.
Oh. This is a big one. The difference between one of these two teams getting the advantage here, knowing well that Japan has 2 sets already in the pocket. Ferhat with a cheeky smile.
Oh, he's just absolutely loving this volleyball match.
It was hard to tell in real time, I have to be honest, but knowing Ishikawa the way we know her.
Well, straight away she was said it was a touch. Merkovic's look kind of said, I think maybe she did touch it. Maybe she didn't. Maybe it was so minute. She's one of those things where, no touch. Okay. The screen, the big screen doesn't help because it's not the same resolution as what the challenge team are looking at in terms of getting a crystal clear view frame by frame.
So the advantage goes back to Serbia just by 1 point. Tip over from Ishikawa. Chance for Serbia. Not yet. Wada into a big stop block, and Serbia finds set point.
Best chance of the match so far for Serbia to take a set. 2-point advantage. Great volleyball yet again. And that time the block was set up perfectly by Kurtagic to make sure there was no angle. Ooh, got net touch challenge against Serbia. Interesting.
Yeah, well, Japan have used their timeouts. And Serbia seem to be getting a bit of momentum here. Let's have a look.
Net was already moving. There was no error. That's one of those classic ones where the ball's clipped the net in the rally, still moving. You see it in the last action and forget that it clipped the net in the rally and think, oh, they must have touched the net.
Set point Serbia. It's a must-win set. Wada goes just over it. Alexic is waiting. Uzelic still not down. Ishikawa gets it deep cross court.
Unbelievable defense from Manami Kojima. And look at that platform set as well from Wada. It's perfection from Japan. Attention to detail.
First set point saved. Second chance for Serbia to take the set. Uzelac off the block. She'll go again. And she will get it. Serbia have taken set 3, 20. Set number 4 here on the final day of pool play in Bangkok for the Women's World Championships 2025. And Serbia have taken the third set. They're looking to force a fifth and deciding one. They'll have to win this one to do it. Getting past this Japanese defense is the question. Great first rally unfolding. Wada finishes it off.
Kojima, having been beaten for set point in the last set on the angle by Uzelac, goes and steps into that angle and makes an incredible dig. And then Wada doing exactly what you expect of her to get block out.
Yeah, Kojima, the best libero of the VNL in 2024. Best digger of the VNL in 2022. Huge for this Japanese side. Not bad as a setter either. Finds Wada, but Wada can't find the hands.
Right. Millimeters in it.
Serbia on the board, 1-1. Markovic pops it in play. That's perfectly passed to the setter on Japan's side. Eri working hard to get behind and gets paid off by her setter.
It was a little similar situation. We talked about the fact that Serbia not using their middles much. Neither have Japan, actually. It's been a game where we've seen fits and starts. I don't think Shimomura had a single swing in the last set.
Yeah, it's tough out here in these streets for middles. Kurtagic gets hers. Cross-court swing, doesn't find it. And it's a good point you make about just in general, if the middle is firing or not tells you a lot about the match and a lot about different things that are happening in the match.
But it also means as well that all four middles know they're not getting the ball and they're all just hedging their bets on which wing they've got to go to.
If you've ever played middle, though, you know you got to be available no matter what. That's what's so frustrating is even if you don't get set the entire match, the one time you don't jump, your setter will find you.
Well, one time you stood there with your hand on your hips going, I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
Well, that was for you.
Yeah, where were you? I've been there 25 times. That's where. Given up 15 service errors. Serbia have given up 12. Yoshino into hands. That's recycled. Kojima sends it back her way. Good defense from Serbia. Now Serbia the ones to recycle. Hustle play. And there's the middle swing off the hands into the antenna.
Well, look at that. Wada not realizing he'd done that, just instinctively getting into cover behind it.
Yoshino puts some power on her serve and the defense. Here comes Ishikawa. Great block by Serbia.
And that was as good as it gets, really. Straight down, running down the net. No one can get to it for Japan.
Japan run a fast offense, and again feeding it Shimamura just after you said she hadn't got any attacks. Now she's got 2 in a row.
This is it. They're starting to go back and use the middles now, Japan. Giving Serbia something else to think about.
Well left by Serbia. We're tied up at 5s. Ivanovic. Not much better. Seki targeting Ivanovic. Heavy arm, but the defense is there for Yoshino. Ishikawa down the line. That's worked a few times, not this one. And there's Uzelic. Now she's starting to pull the string in terms of angles.
Definitely the go-to player for Serbia at the moment. Having far more effectiveness, or being more effective than Bukaric. So just going to keep using it. And again, goes over the top of Wada.
Alexic targets the line. Ooh, good pickup. Ishikawa into hands, and it goes down on the Serbian side underneath the block.
Just sped that swing up a little bit, Ishikawa. So the block not finished, not close enough there, and that's because now middle's being used, and the middle block's a little bit late getting out to the wing. So Seki's trying to open up these opportunities for their outside hitters to have more of an opportunity to score.
So far, so good. A 1-point advantage. Serbia keep it in play. Free ball for Japan. Is it almost as good as done? Yes, it is, and it's Airy who gets paid off.
Or maybe just Seki's been listening to us chat and go, you're right, actually,
You're
guys.
absolutely right, guys.
I haven't used the middle at all, have I? Right, here we go. That's like that 4 out of the last 5 sets have gone to the middle.
Maybe Ferhat Akbash saw the same thing we were seeing.
Oh, no! Dodgeball. Come on, you've got to know the rules of dodgeball. Dip, dive, duck, dodge, and dip. Didn't do any of them.
Didn't Josh dipped a little bit. A little dip.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Ishikawa got let off the hook on the first one, but this time well-earned 2 aces in a row for Japan.
Yeah, that was a nasty serve.
Ishikawa now 2 ace serves, no blocks yet in her column, so she's just got the A and the S. Oh, she looks for another one. This time better handled by Serbia. Defense. Yoshino, and another 2-handed defense by Serbia. Free ball. Seki has a little peek. The blockers were there. What a rundown. And this this time it's Serbia to handle the free ball.
Absolutely wonderful volleyball. Gator from defense and 6, but then all of a sudden Serbia getting in on the middle blockers playbook and going, right, we'll run middle too, shall we?
That was a phenomenal rally. And then an equally weighted point.
Classic.
Doesn't make it. Yeah. Japan looking more like themselves this set. 4-point lead. Very from the service line. Pressure to the middle, and again, Kurtigic.
I just wonder what's triggered it, whether the fact that actually Mirkovic has seen the fact that Japan have started going middle and thought, yeah, I need to do that as well, actually. Kind of mirroring each other tactically. Ooh, that's unusual from Wada.
And in fact, all the players usually there's such good court awareness in terms of how close they are to the net or the lines. Serbia back to within 2. Comes Yoshino. Nicely placed.
Difficult one, that. See, that's a ball that, from Japan's perspective, you'd see the defender trying to be putting 2 hands on it to get in front. But hailing the taxi, not the right move.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite get the throw to that right. Wada then just playing a little bit of catch up onto the ball. Hit it a little bit too low.
Error count creeping up. That's 30 already for Japan. Reminder, they had 31 against Ukraine in 3 sets.
Another quick attack coming from Japan. Shimamura.
Yoshino, the best outside of the Japanese league in 2025. Pressure serve. Even better block coming right back at Serbia.
They don't get many, Japan. And especially not against big opposites. That is such a well-timed block from Shimamura.
4-point lead, timeout called.
Ajmo prvo odbrana, pa posle servis, napad, na redu, ulaz. Nemoj da napadamo ravno na srednjaka. Može ravno napade visoko, na prstima idu gačeva. Ajde da nas ne blokiraju tako. Nikad ovoliko potpuno u životu nisu imali kao protiv nas.
Plenty of work to do, but Japan already a 2-point lead. Excuse me, 2-set lead. 2-1 set lead. And now a 4-point lead. Things going well here in the fourth.
Come on, Serbia. We want 5 sets.
Yeah, we always want 5 sets. Aggressive serve. Cross-court swing works better. Ojima, little back set. Some bodies on the floor for Serbia. A great defensive effort, and of course Japan going at it again at the net.
Oh!
Scramble! Yoshino, excuse me. What a defensive effort. Still in play. Seki looks for Ishikawa. Who's gonna blink? Nobody yet. Japan going again on the outside. Finally, Ishikawa finds the hands and finds the point.
This is just so good. And what's also good is this rally highlights that the rule change of not calling doubles just makes it so much more exciting in these moments where you're scrambling, trying to keep the ball in place, send it back over. No one with a real advantage. Really exciting volleyball. And then we get that. And how many times have we had that?
I just keep thinking in my head, wah, wah, wah.
Don't think it, just say it. That's hilarious.
I don't want to be mean. I mean, I know how tough it is to be out there serving and trying to put pressure on the other team, but after a point like that.
If you don't do it, the DJ will end up doing it.
Yeah. Double sub on Serbia's side. Dinjevic coming in, as well as Dangubic. 27-year-old setter at the line. She's looking for Yoshino. Shimamura has a rip. Coming back, still in play. That's legal. It goes outside the antenna and comes back out the antenna. Ishikawa doesn't care about what's legal and what's not. She's scoring points at will.
Playing to the whistle, getting the job done. That time showing cross court, but keeping the angle, keeping her left shoulder up and hitting over the top of it. Such a good hit.
Ishikawa with 18 points so far on the night. Kitamoto. Back in again. Looking for Dangubic. Confident swing.
And that's not easy. Again, she's been used twice in this match. She came on towards the end of set 2, put in a perfect pass. She's come on again now, here, at this moment in set 4. First swing gets the point. Oh, left. That was so close.
And Japan now up 17-12 here as we head down towards the business end. Can't really afford those kind of errors anymore. You can never really afford them, but even more so now. Short for Serbia. Quick to the middle, love it.
That was probably the only place that was an opportunity to have a swing from, with the ball being where it was, but Airi just not really paying attention to that. Not committing on the middle.
Ace, serve, Alexic. Japan up still by 3. Timeout called.
Kind of X3-1, so number 2 is at right side blocking front of you, Mayu. And Alexic is at defense, so this whole corridor is fine, okay? She will not be good with big quick hands. So this can be another goal too, okay? Just clean side out. Let's go.
Great to see the game from end on. You really get to see the speed of the ball movement out to the wings and just how fast players have to react. What a rally.
Yeah, this was that rally just moments ago where it just didn't die. The defense was on and on.
No, it's absolutely phenomenal. And again, you just get the movement of play. One way ball goes another, block gets taken out the way. Ishikawa's in full flow right now. It's just finding it. Those hands must just look huge in front of her. She can't miss them.
Yeah, huge target. Ishikawa 6 points in this set alone. Shimamura is right there at 4, and Alexic top scorer in this set for Serbia with 3. Is that an out of rotation play? Oh, what a time to get it. Dangubic and Ivanovic. A little confusion there.
We need to check what's going on. I think Uzelac was the wrong side of Ivanovic, so the Uzelac is at 3. So she's front row, and they're...
Yeah, the problem...
Yeah, and it's the setter, number 28, so it's rotation 5, if that makes sense of it. So for Milevic, they just got themselves on the wrong rotation.
They're still out of rotation. Have a look. That 40 and number 40 and number 2 should be.
Yeah, they're front and back row, so that doesn't matter too much. They just can't be. They just can't be. She couldn't. Danjubic couldn't be behind Ivanovic, otherwise that would have been trouble. But she can be on that side of her. That's fine. Yeah, it gets a bit complicated at times. Where you got to be in front, to the side, and just one, just like on your left leg, not still on your right.
Well, they figured it out. It's 15-19. Bump.
Well, that's got to be double touch.
Double, because it comes over.
So we were talking about that earlier on. For those of you paying attention, well done. For those of you that weren't, double touches don't count in the rally unless you're sending it over the net.
But it's a double, but it must stay on your side of the net for me not to call it, because it went over, it's a double.
And when you're the captain, you absolutely must know the rules, because you're the only one who can speak to the referee. It never ceases to amaze me that even at this level of volleyball, players don't know the rules.
I'm still learning the rules, and I've been playing volleyball for however many millions of years. It just goes to show that even at the highest level, sometimes the players are just focused on playing, and why not?
Well, this is true, and the captain's the one, so as a captain they need to know, which is why, for those of you that are coaching junior teams, your captain should be the player that absolutely knows the rules the best. Hopefully knows them inside out. And if they're your best player as well, fair enough. But if they're not, don't make your best player the captain if they don't know the rules. And then they're having to come back to you for you to ask questions and tell them to tell the referee this and no. Have a player that knows the rules.
And whatever it is you know, just know next year it'll all change anyway. So
yeah,
keep study again.
Indeed, you practice your technique, practice your understanding and knowledge of the rules.
That's what Kurtadic has been practicing, how to dominate from the front court. Beautiful swing.
I like running that little quick ball, trying to get it over Seki and then overloading as well. So if that had gone out wide, a bit of free swing.
17 plays 21. Make it 22. Japan getting ever closer. Yoshino's had a pretty good serve so far this match.
Well, both Yoshino and Wada, similar type of player, similar style, similar serve as well. So when they're playing that quick ball, they've got to make sure they're taking it at the very top of the arc of the throw. Ooh. Wow. Happens. I think we said that one caught a thermal, carried on rising.
23-18, Japan on the verge of getting themselves their first set point. Will it be this one? Off the block. Harry working hard to get available, and she does get the set. I feel like I can see it happening before it happens. When that middle blocker working so hard to open up, I love that her setter sees that.
Now, Irene, a great position, and she gets a freebie to bring up match point.
Point Japan. Short serve, but a safe one. Out of all things happening good for Japan here. A big block, 25-18, because that ball going